Oh, it doesn't look that legendary.
Yeah.
It looks like all the other shrines. But that's mean. I've never actually been to Japan, so I won't say that.
I have.
Oh, okay. Does it look...
They don't actually... Well, the ones I've been to didn't look like that. That was very fancy.
Oh, very fancy. The shrine itself seemed well maintained despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could secretly live here. Perhaps some secret martial arts master.
Oh, that'd be nice for you, wouldn't it?
I thought of a hermit living and hiding within the shrine in order to prepare himself for an upcoming battle between good and evil started to dwell in my mind. The thought. Okay. I guess it's too good to be true. I sighed in annoyance at the fact that aside from the shrine itself, the ground surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. There's no way anyone could live here. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reasons behind my visit. It took only a few moments before I gathered the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar sort of at the back of the room. It's very clean.
Yeah.
I guess this was the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded the map I had been given. Putting it inside my bag, I approached the altar. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't too sure if this was actually going to work. I don't even think luck will do me much good in the match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like luck in martial arts. Judo is all about using the knowledge you have gained through training. Of course, a good amount of talent also helps. There was simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my experience and talent would be pushed to their limits. Nothing more, nothing less.
How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet he stands here, surrounded by the very thing he denounces.
Upon hearing a voice, I looked around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Who's there? Oh, music changed.
Quite the cliched question, but the right thing to ask is, where am I?
What are you talking about? Show yourself!
Not yet. Entertain me for a little while longer, would you? This is a place like no other. Why did you come here if you do not believe in things such as luck?
I came here to prepare myself.
Oh, do enlighten me about what this something might be that you're preparing yourself for.
I felt a little bit annoyed as the questions continued, but maybe if I kept talking to her, I would be able to find out where she was hiding. I'm preparing for a tournament, a judo match.
Judo? What might that be?
Seriously, you don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled it's a highly skilled combat art.
Aha, so you're a warrior, hesitant to go into battle and came here in hope of finding the resolve to fight.
I'm not sure about the warrior part.
How fortunate. It just so happens that there is a need for one of your kind.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
My kind?
A hero. This shrine brings fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return.
Sounds like what the others mentioned. Your version sounds a lot better, though. Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along and clapped my hands together in prayer. So what's next? Do I offer you my allowance or something?
Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something of much greater value.
My penis.
Yeah. I will be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store for you.
As if on cue, I began feeling nauseated, and the moment the girl's words reached my ears, my head was spinning wildly. Slowly, I staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back. As my vision blurred, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard.
Oh, hello! Good luck, hero. You're gonna need it.
Nice! You've got pimples on your boobies, too.
And your shoulders.
And your shoulders.
Like, this is not... like,
At least she looks a little thick.
Yeah.
So, progress. Despite my attempts to get back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl. A sight of horns and a tail left many questions, but before I had a chance to even utter a single word, my consciousness succumbed to darkness. Ellipses. More ellipses.
Ellipses. Ellipses!
The rays of sunlight stirred me back to life, a groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was that I was no longer at the shrine. Instead, I looked like the forest near the dojo. Excuse me. Of course, the first thought was to look around to see if I could see the girl from before, but there's no trace of her presence remained. To make things even stranger, the path that I had followed amidst the trees seemed better maintained than I remember. I should probably head home. That thought was cut short when the sound of several female voices could be heard nearby.
Oh. Get back here! Hikage, stop them at once! Just what do you think I'm doing? I'm chasing them. I'm trying to stop them. Nyaha! I think they noticed what's missing, One-sama. Keep running, little one, and we might just make it.
Just when I thought the state couldn't get any weirder, the sound of heavy footfalls, could be heard nearby. Girls! Wow. What in the world is going on here? Further ahead, I saw a couple of girls in fast pursuit of even more girls. However, there was something off about the scene. Something that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, like their boobs.
Yeah, really. The girls being chased had ears and tails of an animal. And the pursuers appeared to be armed with a katana and a...
Naginata.
You conniving...
You conniving fox, come back here at once. Return what you stole immediately. Give me back my panties!
Wow.
Hikage! How can you say something out loud like that? Panties.
We sure we don't want to romance that one?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, silver-haired Kitsune.
Haha, oh no, help save us from the rampaging women, hee hee.
As I watched the girls run off, I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to leave them be. I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to leave them be. While I didn't know what in the world was going on, the two girls, armed with rather realistic-looking props, surely they couldn't be real, had me worried. I couldn't very well call myself a hero if I let something like this go on without acting. Who the hell are you?
Yeah.
I'm so going to regret doing this. Yeah, you are. Mumbling in annoyance, I chased after the girls.
Hikage, go around to the left. Right! I said left! Why do you always undermine me? I wasn't saying right, you know what, never mind, just run after them.
As I was chasing the girls, I noticed the trees seemed to be getting denser, making it gradually more difficult to navigate along the path.
Ode-sama, I don't think I can run much more. I'm starting to feel a bit, Just a little longer, Maiko-chan. We're almost... Maiko! Not that, not now. Sorry, One-sama.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Scissor attack!
I arrived just in time to find the scene taken straight from an action movie.
Or a video game.
The girl with the blonde hair had collapsed, held in her companion's protective embrace. The two armed girls were approaching them almost unmistakably with killing instincts running amok. Any seasoned martial artist would have felt it. Those girls were going to be in for a beating if I didn't stop them.
We've got you now, thieves! I'm going to personally drag your sorry butts back to town and have you both put in the stocks. Maybe I'll even show you how it feels to run around without any undies on. Probably feels nice. Breezy. Yeah, although I must admit, having a breeze down there does feel kind of nice. Keeps you feeling fresh and tingly. Oh, we might want to romance her!
What the hell? This is so stupid.
Hikage, goodness, don't you have any shame? This isn't about you. It's about our undergarments stolen and those two criminals being brought to justice.
You're lawful good, aren't you?
Oh, Nae-sama, it hurts. My head hurts. Shh, it's going to be okay, little one. Hey, guards, if you're so desperate to have your underwear back, then here, catch.
Stop right there! However, before I was able to interrupt the conversation, the silver-haired girl tossed something into the air. Whatever it was flying straight towards my head. The two samurai girls instantly grew flustered. Oh, lordy. I can't see! Who the hell tossed a... Peeling them off my face, I raised them in the air, looking like a professor examining an important sample while the thieves made their escape. A pink bra and lacy black panties. Because of course. Oh boy, I knew this wasn't going to end well.
Ah, you there! Are you in cahoots with those crafty foxes? Hand back those immediately! Those are evidence of a crime and not for anyone else to touch. Drop the panties right now!
I'm innocent until proven guilty. I'm the one... It's the one golden rules of court. It's one of the golden rules of court. Just stop pointing those weapons at me so I can hand over your undies without being turned into a shish kebab.
What? No, stop! Shut up! Just drop the evidence and walk away. I am Tsukino Mio, chief of the village guards, and I'm ordering you to drop what you're holding right now. Okay?
I don't know of any village guard, and I seriously doubt a cop would go around dressed like that, wielding a katana. More importantly, the ground here is muddy and dirty. Are you sure you want me to drop evidence here? I mean, I could, but...
Hiya!
Before I could react, the pink-haired girl lunged forward, the pointy end of her naginata aimed for my gut. My reflexes caught on just in time, and I was able to palm away the spear as it sailed through the air. I struck towards the I struck upwards on the wooden shaft of the weapon, sending it into the air and causing the girl to lose her balance.
Narumi, I did not order you to attack.
Fine, fine. I'll give them back. Jeez, just my luck to find a bunch of crazy girls with weapons. Extending a hand that held the undies, I tried to hand them back over, something that I would soon end up regretting.
Ha! You'd think I'd fall for something so simple? Fooled! You may have fooled me once, but I won't let that happen again.
The woman swung her weapon wide, arching the thick wooden pole into my side before I could dodge. She then lunged forward and grabbed me tightly, pulling her arms around behind my back, leaving me with sore ribs and in a prone position. I could have fought back, but I figured it would only lead to more fighting. With the possibility of ending up stabbed, I decided to remain passive. The sword-wielding girl stepped forward and grabbed the silk underwear from my hand triumphantly.
Huh! Your methods might be crude, but they get results, Hikage. Tie him up. We'll bring him in for questioning. He probably knows where those pesky thieves are hiding. Right!
And people wonder why criminals want to resist arrest at all costs. I mumbled this weakly as the girl with the nagita tied my wrists together with rope, and I soon felt myself dragged by the duo towards the city. Surely once we're out of the forest, you two will stop this act of yours and let me go, right? As much as I'd like to fool around, I have more important things to do.
The city? Ha! We're not taking you all the way there. You'll be spending the night in the village cells, thief.
Who are you calling a thief? I'm a victim. First I get undies tossed in my face, and I get to deal with physical abuse, and now these accusations? Besides, there's no village around these parts. It's a city. You know...
Tsukino Toshi.
Yeah.
Silence! Hikage, if he speaks again before we get to the village, you have my permission to knock him unconscious. Tsundere, tyrant. That's funny.
And that's how I ended up on my way to a jail cell, cuffed and dragged by two girls, both who I started to suspect were crazy. I have no idea what to...
We're back in time, obviously.
Well, obviously, but just... or an alternate dimension or something. When we exited the forest, alarms went off in my mind. The city I'd lived in my whole life, it was gone. You've got to be kidding me. If it wasn't in...
Tsukino Toshi.
Then where the hell was I?
Hey, no talking. Come on. I don't want to bop you that much. Kinda. Maybe a punch or two. I just want to know how the heck you blocked my strike so easy.
Your attack had a lot of power behind it, but it was kind of predictable. With the right movements and enough force, that's the result you get. Anyway, I'll play along for a bit. Where in the world are we? This clearly isn't my hometown. I mean, the buildings look more like they belong in some sort of classic samurai movie.
Huh? What the heck is a movie? This is Harumaru. It's been here forever. Spring Circle? Harumaru.
Is that what that means?
Well, it could.
Oh, okay.
Depending on the kanji. Hikage, I thought I told you to silence him if he spoke again. Actually, you told me that I could, but you didn't tell me that I had to. Must be tough being the subordinate of some... Oh, that was you.
Oh, that's okay. Subordinate of someone like that.
Be quiet or I will silence you for good.
This time it didn't seem like an idle threat. The girl had unsheathed her katana and was now resting it on the edge of the blade against my throat. I was already starting to regret having played a hero earlier. Hopefully there would be someone with more common sense in the village.
Several minutes later. Ellipses. Ellipses. More ellipses. All the ellipses. Bring me more ellipses.
I like these ellipses. Another! I soon found myself confined within a small room. The stern-looking...
Tsundere.
of the girl glaring down at me while the other girl, who was apparently called Narumi, seemed to have softened up a little bit. From what I had gathered during their conversation, they had called the village elder to help oversee my questioning.
What purpose did these thefts have? Or are you just some pervert who gets of sniffing girls' undies? I ought to castrate you!
I already told you, I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Not to mention anything worn by you would probably mention anything worn by you would probably smell sour. Rude.
You're trying to get along with these girls. Saying shit like that is gonna get you killed.
Yeah, really. I couldn't see too well from the cell where they had put me, but I almost certain I would hear Narumi laughing nearby.
Tsukino Dono, please calm down. You brought him in to learn the reason behind his presence in the forest, didn't you? That is correct, Elder Sama. I believe he was working together with the fox spirits to steal panties and other undergarments.
Objection!
What are you objecting to, young man?
The evidence surrounding the defendant's accusation is fabricated. Narumi-san, would you please answer the question for the judge? Was the defendant, that is myself, anywhere near those girls while you two were in pursuit of them?
Hold it! This is so many words, I love it. Just who are you calling a judge here? Lower your voice or I'll strike you down.
I can't. That's the game. I need to say it really loud into the microphone.
Yeah. Hey, Mio-san, maybe the whole angry accusation thing isn't working. This guy clearly isn't a bandit. We could just ask him why he was up there in the woods. If he has valid reason, then sure. If not, he's clearly a panty thief, and we'll use him as a punching bag out in the yard.
What?
I don't know, man. Okay.
It's like a tiny theme park with a ghost. It's with a ghost theme and it's haunted.
Oh, foolish! No doubt it has nothing but tricks to scare mere children. We shall not enter.
We shall.
We shall enter? No, we shall not.
Oh, hey, wait! Oh, he's gonna die.
What trickery is this? I can't see. Why is it dark?